Do you have many talents or many passions that you're really good at, but you don't know what to prioritize first? Well, my elite friends, as a multifaceted creative, you have came across the perfect video today. What up, y'all? It's JPE, and I'm back with another episode. It's been a minute, but now that the fall is here, I'm going to be prioritizing my channel and speaking to y'all more consistently. So today, I have a groundbreaking activity that is going to change your life. For all of those who are multifaceted creatives and you don't know what to prioritize first, they lied to you when they said having many passions and talents is a bad thing. Because many of the things that we learn teach us so many valuable lessons on a day-to-day, which is very amazing. I don't like the feeling of being stagnant. So learning and progressing is a valuable thing for me. There is that one thing that you're exceptionally great at and a lot of people cannot even compare to you in that level. And if you want to elevate and figure out that specific path that you want to prioritize, I'm going to give you a fun, easy, elite activity that will bring you accuracy. Let me say it again. Accuracy. I gotta give credit when it's due. I came across this amazing video from a beautiful soul. She's an amazing YouTuber, a multifaceted creative. I believe she said that she does coaching, teaching, she's a music artist, she's a life coach, and she does so many other things, and she's great at all of them. Her name is Elahor Ava Alordia. But I came across her video and I did the activity, and I felt like it was great to share with my audience as well too, because I feel like everybody deserves to have a chance to tackle and figure out what they should be prioritizing in their life, especially within a specific season. And without that activity, I probably would have still been having resistance within myself. So I'm passing that info from her, and I hope that I could share this with you and you can share it with somebody else that may need it as well. All of these years of confusion, doubt, resistance will decrease in some way by the end of this video. All right, boom. We're gonna start off with a writing utensil. We're gonna be free today. We're not gonna have any restrictions. You could use a crayon, color pencil, pen, lipstick, charcoal, whatever you want to use. You want to get into the habit of doing things that allow you to feel like your authentic self. So me personally, I like to use pens that are silver, gold, or bronze, because I just like it just gives me a more luxurious feel, you feel me? And maybe some other days I like to use pens where I have different colors so that I can write with a specific color that matches my mood. When you start paying attention to those little things, it makes a big difference in your day, and it has done me justice when I'm working on my stuff. So when I was younger, coming out of high school, I was 17 years old, and I had a problem where a lot of people were telling me that I need to stick to one specific thing, especially in the fashion industry. And if I don't do that, I'm not going to go far in my life. And for some reason, it just never sat well with me. Like, I always just felt frustrated, and I just asked myself, like, why are people trying to tell me what I should do for my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a certain idea, a certain path, and a certain vision, it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to go down that path. But you should not allow anybody to make that decision for you. I just don't agree with it. So I started off with my love for basketball at 7 years old. And then after high school, I transitioned to going to the Fashion Institute of Technology for production management, where I got a bachelor's degree. I started styling, and then I pivoted to modeling. I modeled for brands like Hood by Air, Nike, Air Jordan, Converse, 10 Deep. And then I transitioned into making my own clothes. And then I started learning how to make music. And then I started jumping into cinematography and content creation. I started teaching and hosting sewing workshops for kids and many different people. And a lot of people were telling me that I could not become a fashion designer because I didn't go to school for fashion design, because I was a business major. But there's no specific way to do anything. And there were times where I believed it, you feel me? But I was like, nah, I'm gonna allow myself to go down this rabbit hole and figure out my own way of how to make clothes. And since 2018, 2019, I've been able to elevate my sewing skills and get to the point where I'm at today. Although I've experienced so many different avenues, I'm really happy that I'm able to share this with you, because it brought me to this exact moment to help you, because I believe that we were all given these talents for a reason, even if it's just for fun or self-expression, because self-expression and gratitude is the highest form of frequency, in my opinion. I'm very sure you're the kind of elite individual that could pick something up and learn it really fast if you want to. But one of the obstacles that you've been facing is that time is going by way too fast. And you're feeling this constant pull from many different directions, like you got a whole bunch of ropes attached to you. However, though, we're going to set ourselves free today, I'm telling you. Piggybacking off of what I said before, there is one specific quality that you possess that is the strongest game changer for you. And if you really meditate on it and push for that breakthrough, your life will change instantly. But this does not mean that you eliminate all your passions and your interests though. However, you just need to create that heat and amplify that power to see the massive results that you've been looking for. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, there was a lot of times in my life where I was really frustrated because I felt like I was wasting my time doing so much. So many different passions, so many different activities. And I felt like I wasn't capitalizing off of the greater opportunities that were presenting itself to me in one specific area. But y'all, when I tell you we're not even in our prime yet, we constantly keep getting all of these signs to finally jump into our purpose. So let's just let go of all of that fear and trust yourself. Trust the process. They might say that doing different things at one time is not a good thing, but making music allows me to tap into my emotions and then pushes me to create stories or emotions that I can share with like-minded people. When there's a lot going on in life and there's a lot of tribulations, we need that harmony between each other to have that connection and to just feel more hopeful about our future and where the world is headed in general.
I seen fear change people around me. I started making clothes, but it found me. Didn't hear my name before, now they ask about me. Yeah.
So I was never going to stop doing that. I had moments where I felt like I should, but I just couldn't. I couldn't walk away because when I had something on my chest and I was able to have a breakthrough by recording a song or by writing some lyrics, I was able to see the world different after that. And you should not take that away from yourself. In 2015, my grandmother passed away. And it really broke me because she was my best friend and she was one of the biggest reasons why I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology. She was actually a seamstress when she came from Haiti and she was working in the garment district in the 1980s. And she used to make clothes for me and herself and people in my family. And when I used to see her make clothes all the time without any patterns, I used to think it was like magic, like it was just alchemy, you feel me? So when she passed away, it really hurt me for real. And I didn't want to turn to any negative outlets to, hide my pain. So I started making music, and honestly, music saved me, and I was able to just acknowledge a lot of emotions that I could not articulate. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, as men, we're taught that showing your emotions is soft. Like, you're not allowed to express that as a man, you feel me? And as I got older, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna rectify that, and I'm going to change the narrative and acknowledge my emotions. And you are not going to be able to elevate into the best person that you can be if you're suppressing your emotions. And music allowed me to step into a whole new world and connect with so many different people. And I've even gotten to open up for Kaylani at my school Springfest in 2018. So when people told me that I should stop and I listened, I would not have been here. I would not have had that breakthrough. I wouldn't have been where I'm at right now. But I say all that to say having music as an outlet is what gave me the motivation to expand as a fashion designer, because I had all of those breakthroughs. And I'm sure that many of you can relate to my story in some way. When you lose someone dear to you, it just feels like the sun does not shine the same anymore. So I hope that you channel those emotions and put it towards your goals and your dreams, because it's possible. So now that I gave y'all some insight on my story, we're going to jump into the concept of Ikigai. So Ikigai is a beautiful Japanese concept that refers to the reason for being or a passion that brings you joy in life. It's often described as an intersection between four elements: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you could be paid for. For example, Ikigai can refer to people like friends, children, or things like activities, work, or hobbies. A deeper example is a single mother who works 2 jobs so that she's able to support her 2 children might find her Ikigai in taking care of her children and watching them grow. It does not have to revolve around creating artwork, or it does not have to be revolved around being a business owner or being a coach or things that are correlated to money. It could be something as small as trying new food, sharing experiences with other people, making people laugh, being a great listener, a great teacher, being a great organizer, working out, finances, anything. So you don't have to excel in a specific craft that's popular online to be considered as your Ikigai. It could be anything. But the important thing that you need to do is to not overlook the things that make you special, and also to not compare yourself to other people. Again, the Ikigai is going to help you figure out your top powerful force that you need to focus on to amplify your life. Based off the things I said before, I love getting into a consistent flow state. I love learning and progressing, working with my hands, and honestly just pure alchemy, just building things and putting my emotions and my love into something and bringing it to life and then sharing it with the world. I've been like that since I was a kid. I used to draw a whole bunch of pictures and I used to give it to my mom so she could take it to work and she'd hang it up in her office. I used to be painting. I used to come up with a whole bunch of different games with my friends. We used to do a whole bunch of stuff. And it's interesting because as an adult, people might think, wow, you're just so talented, or I'm like, yo, I've been doing this since I was young. And a lot of the things that you have within you can potentially come from the things that you love doing as a kid. So pay attention to that. Yeah, after I did this activity, I'm telling you, my body started feeling hot. I started getting more opportunities, you feel me? I started meeting different people and having powerful conversations after I just read something that stood out to me in a book. And I started feeling like I have nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. There's so many good things around us right now. So many opportunities, unlimited abundance for everybody. There's no reason to feel like I need to have what somebody else has, because you can have your own thing. I'm telling you. All right, boom. So we got the clean sheet of paper. Turn off the TV, put the volume down on the music. Tell somebody who's next to you to step away for a second, because this is your time. This is your time and my time, and we here right now. Because after this, we're going up, 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 up. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take the paper and you're going to fold it, right? Fold it once, like this. It's going to have 16 parts. Then you fold it twice. Then you fold it again for a third time. And then fold it a fourth time to 4 parts. My folding be bad sometimes. When you open up the sheet of paper, you should have 16 different rectangles. Then I'm gonna give you a series of 16 questions. You take one question, put it in one box. And then you're gonna have 4 bullet points for your answers in each box under the question that I give you. It's really easy. I got you right now. I bet. So now what you should have is 16 different rectangles like this. So after you write them down, you can start cutting your squares. You should have 16 pieces. So just cut them whichever way you like. Then they should look something like this. So now I'm going to read you the questions that literally changed my whole perspective on this activity. And it really made me feel so much more connected to my higher self. You feel me? And it's going to do the same for you. I'm telling you. And before I give you the questions, I'm going to just give you an example. So this is one right here. And it says 4 ways you can make the world see you. And then I wrote 4 different answers. And it cannot be long sentences. It should just be either one word or just enough to fit within the space of the bullet point on that one line. It should not be too long, and it should not be going to the front, to the back. You shouldn't have 5, 6, 7 different answers. It should just be 4, and that's it. So here are the powerful reference questions that I have for you that I personally wrote down on those 16 pieces of paper. Number 1, 4 gifts that you can give the world. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Number 2, 4 things that people compliment you on. 3, 4 areas you seek to experience growth. 4 projects you'd like to finish now. 5, 4 ways you can make your true self proud. 6, 4 things you can do to make money now. 7, 4 changes you'd like to make in your life. 8, 4 ways you can make the world see you. It's a good question. 9, 4 things that you can do better than most people. 10, 4 places you'd like to travel. 11, 4 skills you would like to learn. 12, this is a big question. 4 things you would do if you had all of the money that you needed. 13, 4 charities you'd like to involve yourself in. 14, 4 skills and hobbies you'd like to learn. 15, 4 people that you'd like to help. And lastly, 16, 4 ways that your life can end up. Woo! I ain't gonna lie, yo, them questions, yo, I feel kind of hot right now. I'm about to take off my sweater real quick. Yo, them questions, like when I saw that, I was like, yo, it took me like 3 or 4 days to really answer them properly. You feel me? Because I didn't want to rush it. I did not want to just zoom through. It's not something you zoom through. You got to really sit and meditate on this. So once I started answering those questions and I started seeing the patterns of different things, I was like, nah, hold on. It's time. So after you write down your 4 answers on each sheet of paper, you're going to highlight or circle one specific thing from the 4 answers that you have. And then you're going to group them into categories. So for example, fashion design and my clothing brand was one of my top answers for me. Learning the skill of cinematography and traveling just as much as that. I think I had 5 pieces of paper for fashion design and clothing. I had 5 for cinematography / traveling, I think. And maybe I had like 3 in music, a few in teaching. I don't remember every single thing right now, but whatever category has the most cards in it is potentially your biggest answer for you to completely dive into. And based off of Aloha's video that I watched, she said that it does not mean that it has to be a whole life thing, right? It could just be for a season. It could be for a year. It could be for the next 5 years. It could be for the next 6 months. But at least you have a framework and an idea of what you should focus on for the next couple of months. At least you have some type of framework or idea of what you should be focusing on within a certain time frame, so that you don't have too many distractions and you can capitalize off of that one specific thing to the best of your abilities. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to hear what y'all come up with, how this activity helps you. And feel free to ask any questions below in the comments. My name is Justin P. Etienne, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do, because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of different videos, activities, and stories about my creative journey and just ways to help you amplify your life as well. And I'm really excited to share the process of how I bring all of my clothes to life and how I connect it to my other passions as well too. And if you feel like this video helped you in some way, hit the like button, share with a friend, or even feel free to write me on my Instagram or TikTok. Appreciate y'all.